You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming, and Sunny on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon, and today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Superfang's Path. So before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Alright. After we're done with that, I do some more breaststroke practice, with and without Vince holding me up. It's well until the afternoon when we finally return to dry land. I look around while I'm shaking myself dry. Do you have to be anywhere? Nope, like I said, I have the day off. This being early spring, it's not hot enough that we'd want to get out of here. Now that the swimming lessons are over, this could be a nice chance to relax a bit. Want to build a sandcastle? Heck yeah! It's not long before our construction project spirals out of control as Vince attempts to build an unreasonably tall tower that promptly collapses on him. Aww. I think it needs a more solid foundation and some supports. Got it. With an intense look of concentration, the tiger begins anew. Meanwhile, my gaze wanders to the side. It's easy to tell that a lot of people are checking Vince out. Heh, you're drawing quite a lot of looks. Huh, am I? Oh, like you don't notice. Huh, alright, maybe I do. He continues to paw idly at the foundation for his castle, but now his eyes are turned to the side as well. I mean, it's kind of nice, I guess, but these days I don't notice as much. 'Cause, well, they don't know me, right? Well, I'm sure a lot of people who see you would love to get to know you. He shakes his head while lowering his voice. No, I mean, they wouldn't know the parts of me that really matter. You get me? As a frown, he pantomimes a mask over his eyes. I guess. You don't feel that way? I mean, you and I, we share such a huge secret. Huh, well, that's true. Nothing like a secret to bring people closer together, huh? Yeah, and it's something most people wouldn't know or understand even if they knew. It's like the best thing that happened in my life, changing it completely and looking at me like this. Nobody would know. I can see what he means. I've certainly felt a little disconnected from my normal life ever since I woke up at the Sentinel's HQ. How do you deal with people who are supposedly close to you, but there's this whole monumental part of your life that you can't share with them? Can I really even say they know who I am at all? And what would they say? What would that say about my relationship to them? Vince is moving his fingers across the base of the sandcastle now, seeming not to notice that he's eroding it with a repetitive motion. Does that bother you? No, I guess not. Who cares if Superfang is really some chump named Vince Morelli? Huh. Why? Does it bother you? Maybe, is this a important choice or not? I don't know. I'll say maybe a little bit. Maybe. I'll need to think about it. I didn't mean to bum you out. No, it's not like that. You've just given me some food for thought, I guess. Well, either way, we're all here for you. Remember that. I'm here for you. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Vince. The tiger grins at me, before the expression turns to panic as he notices what he's done to our shared project. Whoops. Sorry about this. It's all good, dude. Want to finish building? I think we'll be dry by then. Yep, let's do that. Vince and I stop for some burgers on the road. My treat before he drops me back at Grifton. Before leaving, he mentions that the Baron wants me to pay him a visit at his office downtown the next couple days. Grabbing my headphones off the desk, I flop onto my bed. I think I'll take a nap, then go meet with the Baron if he's still there. Might as well get it over with. The receptionist is at the main building of Braun Industries. The receptionist at the main building of Braun Industries doesn't give me any trouble, having apparently been warned in advance I'd be coming by, although he does give my casual outfit a disapproving look. A long elevator ride later, I'm in the office of the CEO himself. How goes your training? All good. Did you find something new? There's a flash of confusion in his eyes, but then he shakes his head. No, and that's not why I wanted you here. So, drink time. Alright. You have some paperwork to take care of. Oh, ugh. He slides a bunch of papers over the desk. As I start examining them, he rolls his eyes. Read through it all if you want to waste both of our time, but it's just standard spec stuff. Well, if the standard involves me signing off my rights or something, don't be dense. I wouldn't be having you sign these if that were the case. We lock eyes, but he's got a point. I definitely trust Baron in Black to have Templar's best interest at heart, if not Nick's. Alright, is that it then? Pretty much. I'll get Greg off my back, and it'll get Greg off my back and leave you free to train until you're ready. What constitutes readiness in your mind? He shrugged. He only shrugs in response. Anyway, I actually had some questions for you. For me? I'm all ears. Well, it's about the bracelet. I don't really know anything about it. It's history, I mean. The rat starts drumming his fingers on his desk. You know who you should be talking to for that. Right, I'm sure he'll be happy if I roll up and start asking where his dad got this thing. Listen, Danny's a good kid. He got emotional at the funeral, but weren't you best friends with Michael? Surely you know something too. With eyes downcast, he takes off his glasses and starts wiping them. Not as much as you'd think. Do you know how long they've had it? What does that matter? I'm just curious, wouldn't you be? There's a tense beat before he speaks. Does it really matter if it was 2 decades or 2 millennia? Yes, dude, that makes a ton of difference. No, it doesn't. Right now what matters is what you do with it. Thanks, I'm well aware. But if it's that old, well, I just don't get... There's only one person who'd know, and he's no longer here. So focus on something more useful. It's not that simple, man. It is, but if you need help working through your feelings, I do know a therapist. I don't need therapy! The Baron stares at me, clearly skeptical. Listen, I promise, if I thought I needed it, I'd agree, but I don't. Ugh. You're making this difficult for no reason, but fine. So... I know that Michael's mother used the bracelet as the first Templar known to the public, and his family had it for at least a couple generations before that. But I remember him mentioning that nobody was using it back then. Did he say why? I don't think so. Probably because with no superpowers around yet, something like that would have drawn incredible attention. I guess so. Did Michael know where it actually comes from? Who made it? No. No, as in you're not sure, or no, as in no? He didn't know. Huh. I guess we know it's not about bloodlines, clearly. Maybe it passed to unrelated people like me in the past. That makes sense. But was it just because I happened to be there? No, Raccoon, it wasn't just because you were there. I know that for a fact. Michael was certain not just anybody could use it. Okay, so what makes me special then? The rat opens his mouth as if to respond, then closes it. Go ahead. I don't know. Michael didn't know any criteria either. I see. In the ensuing silence, the Baron pours me a glass of water, which I refuse with a wave of my hand. I'll do my best. To live up to him, I mean. You don't. Nick, just focus on your training. Yeah. I'll be heading out. Thanks. Alright. The Baron's profile has been updated. Damn it, how do you see... Okay, extra... There you go. Okay. Profile. Let's look at the Baron. Okay. I wish I could glean more from him about the bracelet, but I already knew the O'Connors were the ones I'd need to ask. Alright. Alright. I head back to the elevator, feeling an odd mixture of relief and anxiety. What is it about this thing? For the next 2 days, I do what the Baron said. Focus on my training while I still have some time off from college stuff. Vince guides me through various combat simulations Gil throws at me. It still feels weird to be swinging a melee weapon around, but I'm sure I'll get used to it soon enough. That was pretty good, right? Yep, you're a natural. Huh, nah. Although, I do feel like I'm in my element with all this. Same time tomorrow? Actually, I think it's time for another field training. Like downtown, or... Fang shakes his head, grinning, and draws a hexagon in the air with his finger. Ooh, awesome. I was half convinced you'd leave me out of it. Why would I do that? I said you would come. Yeah, but you didn't exactly sound excited about it. Second, y'all. Water, juice time. All that stuff. Yeah, well... Anyway, get proper rest during the day. We're going out late at night. Awesome. Give me a call sometime before we need to meet. You got it. Okay. Alright, guess we're going out. This is someone else. Vince told me that we'd be meeting up in the same spot where we first met Hex. Being far too excited about what's about to go down, I show up a fair bit early. Soon enough, I spot the hyena vigilante floating in my direction on one of their platforms. They drop down gracefully onto the rooftop, looking at me with an amiable smile. Hey there, Templar. Evening, Hex. Thought I'd find the two of you here together. I decided to come here a little early. Fair enough. Hex leans against the cement railing. So, mind if I ask what happened to the old Templar? He, retired. Okay. Well, I guess I'm glad to have a new Templar who'll even talk to us. Us meaning the unsanctioned superheroes? Because, yeah, like I said last time, I'm all good with that. Cool. Just surprised, that's all. I've seen a fair share of super dicks who think they're better because they've kissed Speck's ass. Ugh, bet. Glad that at least some of the Sentinels aren't like that. As if on cue, Fang lands on the rooftop with a loud thud, making both of us jump. Hey, you two! Hex waves at the giant tiger. Finally beat the traffic? Hey, I'm just on time. True. Alright, shall we go over the plan then? Actually, I just had one quick question. You said you wanted sole credit, but won't the dudes we catch say who was there to apprehend them? So long as you two deny it, I don't see an issue. Cops will probably assume they're lying to cover their asses a bit for their employers. You know, going all, woe is us, nothing we could have done, there were too many blah blah blah. You'd be surprised how often crooks tell outlandish stories about encountering superheroes when none were in sight. I can buy that. Now our targets are going to be having a transaction in this huge warehouse that normally houses shipping containers. I suggest quickly sweeping the rooftops before dropping in on the party inside. Nice and easy. Yep, once inside, it's just a matter of making sure nobody's all trussed up for the cops. Everybody's all trussed up for the cops. Sounds good. Alright then, just follow me. Hex hops onto a newly generated barrier and starts floating away in the direction of the docks. Before I can set off after them, Vince puts a massive paw on my shoulder. Nick, make sure to stay out of the thick of it. Dude, I'm in a bulletproof armor that covers me head to toe. Sure, but... Come on, before we lose sight of Hex. I take off, flying up a bit higher than the hyena, while Superfang starts leaping from building to building behind both of us. The port area of Nova City is a sprawling neighborhood comprising a huge chunk of the western part of the city. It's easy to get lost in the labyrinthine collection of warehouses, office buildings, factories, and anything else serving the needs of the vast number of ships entering the port. Hex leads us deep into this maze, in the direction of an otherwise fairly inconspicuous concrete box right at the edge of the docks. Not far off, the shipyard is illuminated with bright searchlights, but our destination itself is fairly dark. There we go. Juice time? At the hyena's request, I fly higher up and try to spot anyone on the lookout for intruders on the top level of the area. Having spotted two such men on the roof of the warehouse, I return to the others. Alright, leave them to me. I'll make it quick. Off he goes. Landing on all fours, he doesn't wait even a beat before making another horizontal leap, dashing right at his first target like a feral beast. His outstretched arm hits the dude right in the chest, carrying him across the roof with the tiger. Before the other one can so much as shout, Superfang pivots and leaps yet again. This time he merely snatches the man up, letting him flail his legs around while his whole face is covered by the giant paw. By the time Hex and I land next to him, the gunman has been knocked out and lies at the tiger's feet. Man, that shit's terrifying. I really need to strengthen my barrier somehow. For real though, this is the first time I've seen Superfang in action, and even this brief display didn't disappoint. Well, this is it for the easy part. Now we go in. I'm thinking a dynamic entry through the windows. The hyena and I exchange looks, then in almost perfect synchrony shrug and nod. Lead the way. Grabbing one of the guns, Fang hangs off the edge with one arm, then throws the weapon forcefully at the nearest window. He then swings straight through the opening. He lands on the walkway, and I fly in to pause beside him. And inside is a mess. Several large shipping containers, most open and empty, stacked over to one side. Closer to the entrance, a jumble of machinery, construction materials, scaffolding litters the floor. And in one part that's otherwise empty, near two parked vans, around a dozen or so men stand frozen, staring up at us. Hex's shout, carrying across the space, breaks their stunned silence. Hello, boys! And just like that, everything erupts into chaos. Shit! Don't just stand there! Fang cracks his neck, winks at us, and jumps. Catching a steel beam, he swings with one arm again, then crashes straight to the ground. He lands right in the middle of a trio of gunmen who look comically small next to his towering figure. He grabs two at once, smashing them into each other. The third one goes flying with a punch to the chest. As the rest open fire, the tiger shields himself with a large wooden crate. A wooden crate is not going to stop bullets. Superfang has mentioned to me that bullets are unlikely to seriously hurt him in this form, but he's far from bulletproof. Speaking of which, this is when Hex and I join the fray. The hyena lands on the ground and charges. Oop. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye!